Hi, I'm Jeff. Thanks for checking out the channel. Today I'm talking about how to do a simple mod to swap out the MudFlap, front mud flaps I'm doing on my 2023 Ford Bronco Raptor. Reason why I'm doing that is the bottom of these mud flaps on the Raptor leave a pretty significant gap between the bottom of them and the top of the running board. So especially right now in Michigan, our winters here, all the stuff is sprayed up down the side of the vehicle, into the door handles, and on both the front and the passenger back door. And I just find it kind of frustrating to spray my vehicle down with road salt and sand. So I know it's kind of contentious and a lot of people don't like mud flaps on the Raptor or on any Bronco. And I get that. It's a no drill installation, so it's easy to take off, which I probably will during the summer and go back to either the factory or maybe a rally board. But for the winter, while I'm not off-roading, I'd rather not have the road on the side of my vehicle. This is the product from WeatherTech. It's a perfect match for the color of the plastic that's on the existing OEM board. And what I also like about it is WeatherTech didn't put any branding on the side of the mud flap here. So I really don't care to run around with everyone's branding on my vehicle. And I like that they left this nice and clean, so it should blend in nicely just like the original one. It just ends up hanging down about 4 inches further than the Ford factory one. When you start this, they tell you to put it on the driver's side first, doesn't really matter. And whatever side you're doing, turn the steering wheel towards that side to get the wheel out of the way so you have a lot of space here to pop out the fasteners and go ahead and get the install done. Thanks again for checking out the channel. So the first step to get the original OEM off, again, this is the lower part. I've got to start on it here, is to remove 7 fasteners. So we've seen these on a lot of different parts of our vehicle. They're not too hard to get out if you want to use the right tool. They're pretty easy. So I use this. Comes with a kit you can get on Amazon with all kinds of fasteners, some that match the Ford ones here perfectly. So I highly recommend that in this tool, which is metal. I can help you pop it out. The 7 that we take out, I've already got started here. It makes it a little easier to see. There's 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 that hold the piece onto the side of the flare. And then the last 3 are a little harder to see of the 7. So go under here. And there's 1, 2, 3. So 3 underneath and the 4 across the side to tie it in together. I've already loosened one of them out here. So there's one. This shows how easily this tool can get these out. There's another. Pull this down with some pressure. There it goes. With those 7 pins removed in the mud flap, then there's 1/8 pin to remove, and that's in the cladding here. It goes inside. So you take this one out. Now with the total of the 8 pins remove, 7 from the first step, 3 on the bottom, 4 on the side here. And then the pin in here was the 8th. Next, we're gonna go ahead and remove this hex head. That's a 1/2 inch wrench to do that. Next step will be to put 2 U-clips over these 2 holes down at the bottom. So leave the 2 top holes open and the U-clips over the bottom here. When you install the U-clips, make sure the female receiver part that's going to take the screw, it's got the smaller hole. So that's the front that's going to be on the outside, and then that's the female receiver that will take the threading of the screw that's going to hold this on. And then just line it up over the hole and do that for both of the clips. The second clip. Make sure your alignment's good. I like to just go and thread in the hole and make sure the screw lines up to the back, and it does, because it'll be harder to do once you put the plastic mud flap over the top of it. So I just do a test fit, make sure these both line up. And there it goes. And they both do. Just take the mud flap. It'll go over the material here. They've got a dent to go over the fastener that's left in place here. And then take the hex head that we removed earlier. Just get it in loosely. With a hex bolt back in, which bolts into the rock rail and side step. Now I'll go ahead and use a 7mm socket to screw in the 2 screws that go into the side piece here. Just get it on loosely, get them both lined up. So these on 2 solidly. Now we'll go ahead and tighten up the hex nut. It's very solid feeling. And then the final piece is to put one of the plastic push pins. They provided new ones, so even if you mess yours up taking them out, there's one place for a pin to go here, and that will finish up the install. And that's the install complete. We have the one hex, the one push pin up there, the two screws. What's really nice is there's no way any sling from the tire is getting by this, so there's absolutely no gap. So it goes in deep behind. So I'll be interested to see how it works here. So with it all installed, easy to take a look at it. Like the Raptor flap, that it comes out sightly. I've got the other one installed still. So the original factory one comes out as well. So it does stick out beyond the actual flare a little bit. But what's definitely clear is that nothing is going to be hitting the side of the door from this. I do like how it sticks out. If you have a little bit of a poke on your wheel, you can see how it's going to protect the side of the vehicle. But it really seals up nicely in there. And I'm very happy with the build quality. It's a good match. It's very solid. It kind of looks like a rally flap to me. Just a little higher quality in my opinion than one of the rally flap options I've seen out there. But I'm not going to do it on the back of my vehicle. I just wanted to clean up the front side and stop having the side of the vehicle sprayed down.